Yeah, 500 cash. Add a couple zeros.
Ready? Yeah. Patrick, kind of an up and down day today, a lot of good. How would you assess your round?
It was a struggle. Honestly, I've had more kind of like head-scratching wedge shots this week that, I feel like I've hit how I'm trying to hit them and try to hit my numbers, and they seem to be a hair off. So obviously, I need to work on my wedges a little bit. But, it's just one of those things that if you get yourself in the wrong spot around some of these greens, you're going to get penalized for it. And, the greens are obviously getting a little firmer out there throughout the week. And, areas where you felt like you could be aggressive and still kind of attack certain wedge shots, it's just not quite happening. And, it's just kind of one of those days that, I've missed a couple putts. I felt like I hit good putts, and then at the same time, I hit a couple loose iron shots or tee shots that got me in trouble.
You weren't the only one to make a crooked number at 13 coming in. I was wondering what you thought of that hole and that pin and how you played it.
It's an interesting one, especially around that green. I felt like I played it exactly how I was trying to. I mean, I hit the drive right where I wanted to, and, hitting the iron shot in that green. I knew if I hit 4-iron, I was going to probably go over the green. I knew that wasn't a good spot, so, I was trying to hammer a 5 kind of just right of the tower, which I did, and it just happened not to cover. Ended up in the bunker. I'm sitting there going, it's a fine spot to be, and when I hit the bunker shot, I actually thought I left it a little short because I felt like I spun it pretty good, and I felt like it was, it just didn't look like it was going to carry as far as I wanted it to, and next thing you know, it just kind of skidded on me and just kind of trickled, and next it goes off the back, and then from there, it's a lot of fun whenever if it gets 5 feet past the hole, it's going off the green to the other side. And, it's just kind of one of those things that, you feel like you hit 3 really good golf shots and you're staring at a very, very hard 4th. And, I wasn't able to get out of there without getting, surrendering to a nice little 7. But, the good thing is, because I felt like, really the only poor shot would have been my 4th shot I hit there. Besides that, I mean, I was able to kind of rebound quickly, hit a really good tee shot on the next hole, gave myself a good look, and my caddy and I both saw the putt going a hair left, and if anything, it stayed straight to go a hair right. And I think that was kind of the moral story today is we would see kind of one thing or see more break or less break than was actually there because there was a lot of edges rather than, past 2 days, there's been a lot of kind of putts going in.
Can you remember any other courses where, you're only playing year-round, we're seeing the rest of them, but there's a lot more guys with 3 and 4 chips on certain holes here than most weeks. Can you remember any other courses with as many of those?
No, not really. The only one I could have thought was I think during the USAM when I was at Pinehurst when I played, it was pretty brutal around the greens. But a lot of those, it seemed like when the ball rolled off, it'd kind of get to the rough, and so you had some cushion underneath it, so you're okay. Here, there is no cushion, and you have to have perfect strike, but at the same time, when you're landing into that big of a slope with that much grain around this place and how quick the grain changes from where the ball bounces to, it's hard to get the ball close. And, for the most part this week, I felt like I've been doing a pretty good job on it. 13 obviously bit me pretty hard today, but, besides that, it's just kind of one of those things you have to take your medicine whenever you have a shot.
Actually, because there is so much disaster lurking on seemingly every hole, is this a good course to chase on?
Yeah, I definitely wish I would have made that last putt and got a little closer to the lead, but it's definitely a course that, no lead is big enough to kind of, be safe because anything can happen. I mean, you hit a wayward, especially towards the end. I mean, depending where the pin is on 13, 14's a great par 3, and you miss that green, you're gonna struggle. And 15, you have to hit a good tee shot. Same thing with 16. I mean, but at the same time, those are 2 holes. If you hit good tee shots, you're setting yourself up with a wedge in your hand, so you're going to be able to attack. And 17, depending on how aggressive you can be, you might be able, get a 3 there. And 18, obviously, with a good tee shot there, you still have a mid to long iron in the green. So it's one of those that a lot can happen, especially towards the end of this golf course. You just have to kind of get off to a fast start and kind of put the pressure on them early.
From a pro's perspective, what are a couple shots out there that the viewer at home can't even understand of how difficult it is?
Second shot into 13 and the second shot into 7. I mean, those 2 shots alone on the par 5s. Second shot into 7, if you barely miss it and you miss it in the wrong spot, you could basically be doing what you're doing on 13, start chipping it around the green, depending where that flag is. And 13 today, where that pin was on that left side, it's just brutal. I mean, I don't know if anyone was able to get it within 20 feet on their second shot. I mean,
Roy did, but it was a mistake.
did he?
It was
Okay.
a mistake.
All right. Well, I mean, mistake or not, he still got it inside 20 feet. It's unbelievable. But you know, it's one of those things that you think they're missing it just short, so it is a good miss. But you know, I hit the shot I thought was perfect, and ends up going over the back. So it's one of those things you always had to pay attention to around this golf course, and it's just something we gotta you gotta tighten up, especially you know, on those 2 when you step up on 2 golf shots and you know that it's like you sit there and you go, all right, well, there's no real trouble left or right, as in hazards or anything like that. Yet you sit there and go, well, I can't go left, I can't go right, can't be short, can't be long. You have to set up and hit a perfect golf shot, and you know, it's one of those that even with hitting a perfect golf shot, you can still, if you get the wrong bounce, you could be in trouble. And I think that's what makes this place fun to play, is the fairways are pretty generous, but at the same time, you have to put the ball on the correct side of the fairways in order to attack. And greens are wide or large, but they play small because there's a lot of runoffs, a lot of slopes. So you definitely have to be on a ball striking. If you're not, you're gonna have to wear out that short game.
Do you want a tour event here every year?
It'd be nice. I mean, this place is fun. I mean, I've enjoyed it. Today was not as enjoyable as it has been this week, but you know, the thing is, you want this golf course to get harder and harder each and every day, and it seems to be doing that. You know, scores keep on, the golf course keeps on getting a little firmer, a little faster, and you know, it's just one of those that you have to play from short grass and have to attack.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
Yeah.
Patrick, are you wearing red and black tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.